Welcome to the Feast Fighters Podcast, the voices of LeanFeast.
We're back. Luke, is that you?
I'm back. Back in the saddle.
Big Deezer?
Guess who's back?
Back again. Man, it feels good to be in this chair. We took some time off. A lot's gone on in the past 6, 7, 8 months since we had a podcast. But we feel that we're not caught up with work, but we're back. Get ready for an onslaught of just material to come out. And we actually have a new person in the studio today. Luke, why don't you go ahead and introduce this gentleman sitting to my right while I open my drink and it makes a psst sound.
Do I use his fighting name?
Wait, fighting name?
Yeah.
That's in another podcast, bro. You just blew it, dude.
For reals?
It's okay. You can tell us his fighting name.
Should I introduce him correctly? With gusto?
With gusto?
Gusto?
You can introduce him however you feel like introducing him.
Oh, man. Okay, give me a ding, ding, ding.
Okay, ding, ding, ding.
Presenting Rook, the 4-ounce Falcon Deezer.
Oh.
Yes, sitting across the table from me is one of our very own. He will be making a fighting debut, but that's for another day. We'll tell you about that later.
Probably next week.
Probably next week, yeah.
Right.
Yep. I don't even remember what's your real name again?
Hold on. Before you speak, your real name is Robert Denzane Washington.
Correct.
Is that true?
I don't think we've
100%.
ever called him by that name.
We've called him Robert.
Our franchisees call him Robert.
No, our franchisees call him Rook.
Yeah.
Right, but they start by calling him Robert because we tell them to call him Robert.
So really, your name is Robert Denzane, the 4-ounce Falcon, Rook, Deezer, Washington.
Correct.
He's dropped one over time.
Yeah.
He's dropped a couple.
I dropped a couple.
Oh, Poopsie.
I picked up a couple.
Poopsie
Oh, yeah,
was
we
one.
did. We retired that one.
Poopsie.
Poopsie.
Poopsie's been retired.
Oh, man.
It's on the wall.
How does it feel to be in the hot seat, in the podcast seat, in the Feast Fighters, the Voices of LeanFeast podcast?
I mean, it's slightly intimidating, but I feel honored to be here.
Good. You should. Because nothing's given to you in this world.
Exactly. You got to work for it.
That's right. And do you feel like you've worked for that seat?
100%.
I mean, we all might feel different, but
I mean, it is what it is. Everyone is entitled to their opinion.
Good for you, bro. Good for you, man. Well, welcome to the podcast, Big Deezer. You look a little defeated today. Is that because it's Friday?
Yeah, long week.
We just got back from travel, did we not?
Yeah, we did.
Where did we go, Big Deezer?
Madison.
What was your name? Law Dog.
Law Dog.
Yeah.
The only name I've had.
Right.
That's it.
Isn't that on your plaque on your desk?
It is. No, that's executive of the...
What's the?
That sounded a little weak.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Can you give it to us, bro? Give it. And you're flexing your right arm?
Yes.
Does the same sound come out of your left?
No, it's really... Because it's not quite as strong.
Right. Can you tell us why your right hand is stronger than your left?
No.
Okay.
Just watch Family Guy when Quagmire finds out about the internet.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay. Well, that leads me to my next saying here is I think we're going to switch it up. I think a lot of people they know who we are now. They've listened to us. We've been politically correct. I think we're still going to be politically correct, but I've said no cussing and no derogatory stuff on the podcast before, but I don't really care. And I think that's the people really want to know who we are. I'm not saying that we're going to cuss the whole entire time, but things might slip out. So I wanted to oh, come on, watch.
Oh, the culprit.
Every time.
The main culprit.
Every time. Did you turn the sound on your computer off too?
I did not I turned the sound off on my computer and I turned it off on my phone, but my watch is a ding-a-linging over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time
Come
never
on,
fails.
that is a write up.
I have like 6 write-ups.
You're like the leading one in the company.
Wait, that wasn't even my watch. That was Rook Deezer's watch.
Whoa, what? No. Take your ride up like a man.
D-Bab.
Oh. All right. So I felt like this podcast needed to happen. It is something that I'm very passionate about. Now that we have a new member in the podcast, I wanted his input. I wanted the wizard Luke's Harambe input. By the way, Harambe is another name for Luke because he's got really big arms like a gorilla.
They're too heavy to hold up.
They're too heavy to hold up. And then we have Big Deezer, so AKA Law Dog.
Yeah.
So what is in 2 days? No, what's tomorrow? Oh,
What was that noise?
Where did that come from?
Something
Was that out of my body, or was that out of?
That was mine.
That was your body?
Yeah.
Was that the
I don't know.
poltergeist?
I don't know what that was.
that kind of goes in line with what I'm gonna actually say right now, and all of this is you guys don't even know what I'm gonna talk about. So that
No.
sound that just came out of your gut or whatever you
I
have
don't even know
inside
where
you.
that came from.
What's tomorrow, boys?
Halloween?
All Hallows
Halloween.
Eve.
Yeah. No, today's Hallows Eve.
No, that's what they call Halloween. All Hallows Eve evening.
Okay, then what's Christmas Eve called?
Christmas Eve.
Well, isn't
Before
Christmas Eve the day before Christmas, but Hallows Eve is not the day before Halloween?
No.
Oh, can somebody fact
said
check
it
that?
so
Are you
confidently
100%?
I'm 100% on that.
Fact check, please.
Oh, no, yeah.
Eve is short for
Evening.
evening. When you're talking about Christmas Eve, you're talking about the evening before Christmas, because Christmas Day, Christmas is celebrated during the day, not at night.
So we
Traditionally.
so we don't celebrate Halloween Day,
No,
but we don't call it Halloween Night.
a lot of people do. That's why it's traditionally known as All Hallows Eve.
Can you what's the fact check?
Yeah,
on
so according to Wikipedia, for that's worth, it's Halloween, also known as All Halloween, or All Hallows Eve, or All Saints Eve, and it's the 31st of October.
that? Whatever, dude.
Boom.
Anyways,
Wealth of useless knowledge.
100%. So tomorrow is Halloween Eve, Hallows Eve, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I just thought it would be fitting to talk about zombies.
Zambies.
I mean, we're going to totally switch it up. I have a bunch of questions that I want to ask you guys, and I already know where I stand on the whole zombie apocalypse situation.
You're not going to make us watch The Grudge today, are you?
No.
Okay.
See,
good.
that's where you might be a little confused. So I personally don't think zombies are scary.
No.
Do you?
No.
But you feel that The Grudge is scary,
Very
correct?
scary.
Is it a true story that when me and you watched The Grudge, we had sweatshirts backwards so the hood would face inside, and every time we got scared, we would throw the hood over our head so we couldn't see?
Yeah, and we used to put popcorn in the hood, and we'd have to hurry up and eat the popcorn before it got scary, because otherwise we'd throw popcorn all over us. Do you remember that?
I do. Just paint that picture.
So
So
this-
imagine wearing your hoodie, Rook D's, backwards, with the hood facing
Your
face, and then you put it out in front of you and put popcorn in your hood, and then when you got scared, you would throw your hood over your eyes.
And then you'd scream right before the scary part happens to scare everybody else around you.
Before they got scared.
And then they're looking at the screen because their timeline of the scare factor is all screwed up, and then they actually see the scary part, and then they scream even louder.
Right.
Well, I mean, this might be a typical Rook moment, but I'm going to be honest with you. I've never seen The Grudge.
That's okay. It wasn't a big blockbuster.
What do you mean it wasn't a big blockbuster? They've had like 4 of them since then.
Well, yeah, they've had 4, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a big blockbuster.
Have you
It could have
seen-
easily been overlooked.
Have you seen the Blair Witch Project?
That's a negative.
What is wrong with you?
That
don't
make
really watch scary
that's
movies.
another
I
one
like that one.
I wouldn't watch again. I mean,
It sucked.
It was horrible.
It sucked, but it just made everybody sick.
Have you ever? Do you know who Jason Voorhees is?
That's a negative.
You do.
I mean, I'm
Bro.
bad on names though. So like, if I saw his face, then I would probably recognize him. But
Jason. Bro.
Michael Myers, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
who he
Jason
is.
Voorhees is not Michael Myers.
No,
Wait,
but
what?
it's Jason, the machete one. That's Jason Voorhees.
Can you say that word again?
Machete.
I like how you say that.
Machete.
I liked how you said it before you
Machete.
started acting a different language. You've never seen Michael Myers or Jason or Halloween or any of those?
No, I mean, now that you say that, yeah, I have, but I just didn't recognize the name.
Jason Voorhees, a.k.a. Jason.
Okay, I got you now.
It's, his name's
And
in the
Mike
name.
Myers No, was Jason Voorhees Michael Myers?
No, it's two different people, isn't it?
Yeah.
One was the hockey
Jason-
mask. The other
Jason-
one had like the
butcher
jacked
knife and he
up-
No,
walks.
that's Freddy Krueger.
No, Michael Myers has a white mask and a kitchen knife, and he walks everywhere.
Right.
Jason has a machete and the hockey mask.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah, yeah.
chops
yeah.
everybody up.
And then Freddy Krueger has Wolverine claws, adamantium.
Correct.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
And he's got the burned face with a flannel.
Because he was
Yeah.
he lived in a boiler room and the town burned it or whatever, and he died in it or
Got it.
something like that.
So this has nothing to do with LeanFeast. Absolutely nothing. But I wanted to talk about it because I love this subject. So I have a couple questions, and I want to see what you guys are thinking about this. Like, I'm really big on zombie apocalypse. I mean, I have a zombie room, like a protected zombie room in my house, and I have lots of firearms and survival gear. Do you guys feel the same? Do you think that zombies are real? Luke?
I don't think zombies are real. I wish they were real, because then it would make life so much more interesting, but I don't feel realistically that they are real.
Baker?
Yeah, I'm going to go with a no. They're not real.
Rook?
I mean, as of right now, no. But I would pose another question: do you think they could become real?
So you're trying to tell me that we're going through a pandemic right now. You don't think that there's a pandemic out there that can make people like zombies?
A virus from Wuhan?
They call it the Chinese virus because it comes from China.
Yeah.
Luke, you don't think there's a disease out there that could possibly make some form or
Like mad cow disease, but like
Yeah,
for humans?
I don't think that's unrealistic. I mean, there are some sick people out there, and I mean, if what they say that this was a manufactured virus, who knows? I don't know. But if they manufactured it and it did what they were anticipating it to do, why couldn't they create some sort of a zombie virus?
like bath salts.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's really close.
See?
Who would have ever thought smoking bath salts would have turned people into? They're like zombies. I mean, there was that guy that ate the person's
That's what I'm
nose or
saying.
something.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he was high. But,
Probably happened in Florida.
yeah,
It did happen in
I think
Florida.
it did happen like
Everything.
on a street. In
Like it was
Florida.
like underneath an overpass.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
Everything crazy happens there.
Yeah.
Florida.
Florida. Florida got his own state.
Google
He got
your
his own
birthday.
juice.
What is it? You're supposed to Google your birthday and on this day in Florida and see what happened that day? Always something crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let's Google my birthday. Let's see.
Look at the day you were born and what happened in Florida.
Let's see. Florida.
What craziness happened that day?
Is this like a Brad Pitt type thing? No, the 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
What?
You never heard of-
The Sex Pistols broke up.
That's what
Florida?
happened?
That's what happened on my birthday in Florida.
That was a boring day, huh?
Yeah.
Whack.
Yeah.
I'd
Did you
never
Google
listened to
yours,
Sex Pistols.
Rook Deezer?
No, I was looking up. I had this inkling of an idea, but talking about zombies and whether or not they're real, they're actually parasites that mind control their hosts.
Amoebas.
What's an amoeba?
It is
A one
is.
one-celled creature.
That will eat your brain if you get it.
Okay,
It
so
kills you.
if a zombie is a parasite that mind controls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do parasites come from?
Oh, it's like an
Don't talk
animal.
with your hand in front of your
I'm
mouth.
sorry, my bad. I'm
There
not
you
used to the
I
podcast
know, you don't know the rules, I
Yeah,
get it.
I'm learning.
Baker,
Yeah,
can you
that's
talk to your son, not talk with his hands in his mouth?
Sorry, Dad.
All I'm saying is that it's a very high possibility that can happen. And I'm not talking like the Walking Dead zombies, because that doesn't make any sense. But they're out there. They just haven't been discovered yet.
It's possible.
You don't think so? No?
I mean, I believe it's possible.
Like the virus is hiding in
No.
like permafrost somewhere, and it's
It's just waiting.
Did
Did
to
you
be
hear about the
melted.
guy? There was a
out.
guy in India that I believe he had passed away somehow, and the family members or whoever was around, they put him in. He had died, right? And they put him in a cooler, like a deep freezer. He was in the deep freezer for like 25 hours, and when they took him to the morgue, he was alive. In the deep freezer.
well,
No, I feel like that absolutely is possible.
yes.
So
because cold temperatures can preserve life. I mean, that's why they freeze cells, and they can recover them at a later date.
He died after that, but
They used to put didn't they used to put like a string down to the coffin in the olden days and put a bell up there just in
Yeah.
case you're not dead? You can ding the bell.
Yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah, it was like during like when you could die from a common cold or a fever.
Parasite?
Yeah, and they would bury you, and they did bury a woman, and she was not dead, and she came back. So they started burying you with like a string down in your coffin, and there's a little bell, and if you wake up down there, you start dinging the bell.
Can you imagine being buried alive?
It'll be horrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
I didn't train like Kill Bill did, so I'd be screwed.
Kill Bill was buried alive?
You ever seen the movies Kill Bill?
I have, but I don't remember that part.
Yeah, you don't remember where she had to train to hit the board
Oh,
from
yeah.
the distance of her fingers, and that's how she got out of the being buried alive? She punched her way
Is that the
out.
first or second one?
That's the second one.
Okay, I've only seen the first one.
Yeah, I did just recently watch something like How to Survive type show where, if you were buried alive, they gave you step-by-step instructions on how to get out.
Was one of them trained with the master in the mountains to punch through the board?
It actually was.
See, I don't have that part.
Rook I think has gone through that training.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. You're a liar.
What?
You
How
have
do you
not
know?
gone through the training.
You've only known me for like a year. You don't know.
That's a lie
He
as well.
trained with monastery monks in Budapest.
Does that mean you wear those orange robes?
Only whenever I'm in the mountains with the
Do you wear
monks.
underwear with that orange robe?
Absolutely not.
Free balling?
100%.
Like Tom Petty?
Sure.
Oh, that's free falling.
Yeah.
My bad.
Same difference.
All right, I got some questions. Just because I believe in zombies, and now you guys are going to entertain my questions because I want to see where your heads are at.
Cool.
Fair enough?
Yep.
Fair enough.
All right. Okay, let's say we're all in this room right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's say we're on a work trip and we're in, I don't know, pick somewhere, Luke. Where have we gone recently? Actually, where are we going next week? Let's pick that. Where are we going?
Lexington.
Kentucky.
Lexington, Kentucky.
Why are we going to Lexington, Kentucky?
We just recently signed a new franchise agreement with a gentleman by the name of Collins Youngblood. Do we give him up on this episode?
No.
Who he is?
No.
No.
Oh, that's a secret. Yeah, we gotta keep that secret.
But he's, I mean, just by the way that you were talking, is he famous?
He's a fairly big deal.
Rate it. A, B, C, or D celeb.
I might give him a C.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, he's beautiful, so
He actually is very beautiful.
C plus.
he's
C plus?
C plus.
Yeah,
For his looks.
Maybe
he's a
B-
beautiful man.
B minus? C plus?
C plus.
Fair
I would
enough.
rate him on the beauty scale up there with Rook Deezer.
Rook's actually a really good looking man.
He's a beautiful boy.
Why is your face red?
You just put me on the spot like this on my first podcast.
What does that matter?
Oh, that's fair enough. I can't really argue with that logic.
Rook is a model, so can we book you, Rook? Like
you
if,
can,
if we
yeah.
if we needed talent for
You're a
whatever.
model?
Yes.
Yeah.
For what?
It's a modeling
Where I
agency.
get booked for, yeah.
People book you?
Yeah.
Like
How
for
much would you-
like for birthday parties?
No.
for birthday parties,
They spent like 4 hours a couple
like
Saturdays
Magic Mike
ago
type stuff.
taking pictures.
You're a
Like what?
stripper?
No.
I am very confused. What do you model?
I mean, it depends. For an agency, so the way it works is whenever a company, like, for example, if we were going to shoot a commercial, like for the media team, and we weren't going to use, like, some of our sponsored athletes or, someone that works in the shop, employees, and we wanted to shoot, like, I don't know, like a
Fresh
family.
talent.
Yeah, like fresh talent. We wanted to, like, specifically like a family. Then you'd reach out to a modeling agency in that area and give them basically a general idea of what you want, like as far as talent goes, and they'll send you a bunch of different options, and then you choose who you want, and they'll book you, and like they'll show up on your time, do everything you need to
But
do.
what are you modeling?
Anything.
Anything,
It's
yeah.
like
Like Calvin Klein?
I mean,
I
not
don't
really
think
in
Calvin
Arkansas,
Klein has
but
to subcontract that.
yeah,
but
I mean,
Give us some examples, Rook.
so
Who have you
like
modeled for?
stuff I've done here in Arkansas would be.
Turn him down just a little bit. Yeah.
So I did some stuff for Sports Clips, and I do that every year. They use one of the marketing agencies here in Little Rock.
So are you up in any of the sport clips haircut places?
Actually, it's funny because after I did that, so it was a commercial, but then they also did like photos and stuff as well. I had a friend I went to high school with message me on Facebook, and she worked at the Sports Clips in Bentonville. She's like, "Hey, so I think you're on my wall." And I was like,
Were you like getting
"What?"
a haircut? I mean, what are you modeling? Anything?
Yeah, like that. So the way
Inquiring minds want to know.
They did 2 different commercials that time, and one of them was like a time lapse of this guy who had grown his hair out really long, and it was like shoulder length, and had him get his hair cut, and they did a time lapse. So they had different models in the background and like filled up the whole building. So they had all the chairs. They had a different person in it.
What do they call those extra actors? Extras?
Yeah. You got it.
I thought there was like a
Basic
Specific
bitches.
term.
I thought there was like a specific term for it, but
Yeah,
after I said extra actors, I realized
There's
that.
basic bitches and there's extras.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
extra.
So-
And
Rook was
I was
extra.
I was an extra on that one, so I was kind of like confused whenever it was actually one of the main pictures on the in her store. But yeah, she sent me a picture of it and everything, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." Because just because like you're in it doesn't mean that you're
gotta make
actually
the
Okay,
cut.
so I have
Yeah,
I have a
exactly.
question. If I'm working for a coffee shop and I want a sexy model to hold up a cup of coffee and smile, I can call them and they could possibly contract you to do that.
correct.
Wow.
Can we
But-
request you specifically?
Yeah, like if you know someone or you've met them or like saw their Instagram or something like that, then you can definitely like request that specific.
Are you
person.
rich because of this?
Nah.
Do you make money off of it?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about that kind of money. What if we were to book you and call the agency and say we want Rook the 4-ounce Falcon to model for us for whatever that may be? What kind of money are we talking about?
I don't know. I know there's like a going rate like per hour, but typically it's per job, and so it really depends on the client. Like the Sports Clips one was close to $1,000 for one
Jesus.
night, but it was like it was really weird hours. So we used the store after it was closed, so we were there like overnight. So I think it was like 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
So they paid you $1,000 for that?
Oh,
shoot?
what ended up happening was the commercial ran for a certain amount of time, and then it ran longer after that. So we ended up getting like a bonus check later on.
So it's safe to say we could get a 4-ounce Falcon for like $750.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Yeah, we could get a
but
discount.
but that just depends on the client, because like Sports Clips is a pretty big client. But then like I've done some simple stuff just for like wedding photographers and stuff around here, and it's like $100-$200, but it's like for an hour or two. So either way, I mean, $100 an hour is not something to complain about.
So if our podcast listeners wanted to book Rook the 4-ounce Falcon, who do they call?
So
Do you do like direct work? Can they just call you and say, "Hey, I
yes
think you're
and no.
sexy.
It
I
kind
want
of
you to
depends on how
want you to
big.
model my bikini."
It depends on how big they are. I mean, if it, like just photography friends and stuff like that, like it's not a big deal. But anything over like, I mean,
I want
a certain
you in the
amount of
new-
exposure, you're gonna have to go through the agency because I mean, I signed a contract, and so then I would be cheating them out of money.
So
if
you
I-
can't just pimp yourself out by
No.
yourself. You got to go through the madam or through the pimp,
Exactly.
agency pimp.
So if I wanted you on like the next Paul Blart movie, I'd have to contract through them.
Correct.
Do you do topless?
Yes.
Do you do bottomless?
Hey,
That's a.
If I had like a new design of I call them chonies, right? Underwear.
Mhm.
And I wanted you to model these chonies, would you do it?
I mean, I don't know. I have to see what the price tag.
It
was
doesn't
like.
matter,
It
bro.
doesn't matter.
What
'cause,
if it
like,
were a
I
new mean, designer?
Ultimately, like the model gets. I mean, they choose whether or not they want to do the
Well,
job.
that's what
or
we're
not.
asking.
well, you'll
Would you
always
do
choose
it?
it if we asked. You
Would
can't
you
say no.
Yeah.
model the chonies? Yes or no?
What if it were
I mean,
a
I
new
would.
designer face mask company and they wanted you to model face panties, but you had to be topless?
Don't say that word,
Wait,
please.
what?
Why?
That's a disgusting word.
Face panties. I didn't
You
make
kind
it
of threw
up.
me off when you said that. I'd never
Face?
even heard that.
Face panties.
Face.
Face.
That the word?
No,
You don't like
that's not the word.
So, panties?
Mask.
Just say that word again. Just say it again.
Panties.
It's disgusting, dude.
Panties.
That word coming out of anybody's mouth.
I
I
learned
know.
that
I
from
know your
Sean.
other word too.
Don't say it on this podcast, please. Don't do it.
You really want to? I can
I
see it on his
do.
face.
Oh,
Dude.
it almost slipped out.
I'll keep it in.
Please. Because if you put both of those words together on this podcast, it's disgusting.
Maybe we'll do another podcast with just bad words like that.
Can I put them together?
No, you can't put
They
it
go together.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, but that's really politically incorrect.
Okay,
Is it?
Rook, let's cut the crap here. Put out your phone number to our listeners, and if they want to book you directly, since I'm almost guaranteeing your agency is not listening to this podcast right now.
Now that is on the spot.
Well, I don't know because actually one of the directors of the agency has been at LeanFeast a couple times, so she might be listening.
we
okay.
don't want to get Rook in trouble.
Well, they can just call me, and I'll be your new
Pimp.
agency pimp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we'll handle them.
Did you just say it again?
Pimp?
Okay.
No, I didn't say
Just
that.
make-
Just
sure
reach
we're-
out to Harambe.
Yeah.
Harambe's the new pimp. I'll make sure you get a lot better rate too.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And no contracts with me either.
Nope.
I mean, you still never answered my question.
What was the question?
Would you model my new underwear?
Yeah, probably.
You know why?
Do you
why
keep
can't
your
it
socks
just Be
on?
direct. Yes or no.
I mean,
He would make a great politician.
Yes, correct.
That's what's
He's like
very
skates around
frustrating
it.
about
It's like either yes or no, but it's got to be like yeah, probably. I don't know.
And it depends. And
Just
I
yes or
mean,
no.
You know,
I mean, well,
there's a high probability that I would.
That is a politician answer.
it's yes or no.
Yes,
Rook.
I will model your chonies if you ask me to.
Would
100% I would.
Baker?
put 'em
Would
on.
you model my chonies?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me stick my. Yes.
See, that's how it's done, Rook. There's a reason why you get a bunch of shit in the office all the time.
Yeah, but I'm learning every day.
it's an old beat around the bush Barry over here.
Come on out with it. Yes or no.
Bush beater Barry. That's it. Your new name, sir, because we like to throw around names here.
Yeah, yeah.
Your new name is Robert 4-ounce Falcon Rook D's Bush Barry Washington.
Bush beater
I'm
Barry
gonna have to start
Washington.
writing these down. Just
Oh,
so I
it's
can
already in
remember
my
them
phone.
all.
No, it's done. We don't forget.
That's it. Do you know what? Do you remember what the picture of you in my phone is?
Unfortunately, I do.
Why don't you tell the listeners
Nope,
what it is?
I can't. That's too.
Well, then I'll do it.
That's
It's a
fine.
picture of Peanut Butter Falcon.
How did we get from zombies to
we have
Rook
not-
modeling
Yeah.
To be
face
honest,
panties in
to
his
be
underwear?
honest, I saw this coming before I even got on here.
Okay, wait. When you say to be honest, can somebody explain that? Because people say that a lot, right? Like, what? Okay,
Are you normally a liar? Like you have to. I'm normally a liar, so this time I'm actually going to be truthful.
It should be more like, let me be frank.
Who's
Yeah,
Frank?
Or just honestly.
Like Anne
I
Frank?
thought you were Barry.
No.
Be frank.
Very frank. What does that even mean? Let me be frank.
Yeah, what does that mean? Like
Straightforward.
straight to the point?
Is this
Like,
frankly,
it might hurt your
As
feelings.
a
but I'm
matter
gonna say
of
it.
fact,
is this frank spelt like Frank?
it's FRANC. Franc.
Oh,
It's French.
Are you being for real or are you just making shit up?
No, I made that up.
Oh, I believe you wholeheartedly. I trusted you, bro. I was gonna tell someone later,
But
that
he
it was
didn't say
French.
he didn't say
To be honest.
let me be honest before he said that.
Yeah,
So that's how we can catch Harambe in a lie
yeah.
or a joke.
It's like
whatever you
Simon
wanna call it.
says, you can't do anything until you say, as a matter of fact, or to be frank, or let me be honest.
My favorite's no disrespect.
No disrespect,
But
but I'm going to
immediate
disrespect you
disrespect.
anyway.
This is about to be disrespectful. So no disrespect. You're an idiot.
Let me turn my give a damn meter off really quick. 'Cause I'm about to get roasted.
Oh shit.
All right. Can we get back to the
Zambies.
Questions?
You know, just get back to the Zambies. I mean, I love these tangents, man. Okay, if all four of us in this room, we all had our loved ones with us.
I'm having an extreme case of deja vu.
I am too, and that's why I just got silent.
What? Did we already talk about?
No,
This is weird.
but the humming went away.
It's the air
Air
conditioning.
conditioner, yeah.
Is that? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. It just got really quiet and kind of awkward.
You can block it out.
I mean, I'm staring at all three
The
of you
spirits.
guys, and it's really awkward.
The spirits just left the room.
It is Hallows Eve.
Or maybe they did. Maybe they came into the room and that's why I got quiet.
What did you just say?
La La Rona? La 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 Rona?
Does Lala Rona live in
La
the
Dog
Philippines?
Rona?
The Philippines? She lives in San Jose, California.
Oh, we can talk about that on a different podcast.
I
All right.
really think we're getting into deja vu right now. I feel like
I
we
know
had
why
this.
you're saying that, and I'll tell you after the podcast. I'm going to leave the listeners in suspense on that one.
Okay, I'm so ready for this first Zambi question.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
What's it? Oh, Zambi. Yeah.
Mhm.
Zambies. If we're all in a room,
We did have this conversation. Can I say it?
No. You can say it as long as it's not what I think you're going to say.
No, it was Jenna.
Was
Your
it?
wife was on a podcast, and we started talking about this. And
You're 100% correct.
yeah, and you asked her like what
That was
what
like
she
episode
would,
2.
Yeah, it was like a while back.
Well, then we can't talk about that. We
Lala?
can't talk about Zambies.
But I don't remember what she said. She said something about like what would you take and where would you go and who would you team up with?
That's right.
But
You're 100% correct.
But I kind of want to know what everyone's answer would be.
Well, I have different questions.
I
but
think it's only appropriate that we revive this conversation because of All Hallows Eve.
that's why I wanted to do it.
Let's do it.
I'm ready.
So if we're all in this room and we all get, what are those alerts that you get on your phone?
Amber Alert.
Amber. A Zamber alert.
Amber.
So yeah, we all get his Amber Alert.
Sorry. Oh, I cracked myself up right there. I rarely laugh at my own jokes, by the way.
Zombert.
We got a Zamber alert.
Zombert alert.
What are we doing? Are we running straight home to grab our loved ones? And if we were, what happens when we get home if our loved ones have already been attacked?
Oh,
Luke, what do you do?
we didn't cover this.
They've already been attacked. You mean like converted?
Dude, we get a Zamber alert right now on our phones. We just stop the podcast, we run, get in our cars, and we jam home. By the time you get home, your loved ones have already been hit by the zombies.
Wait, so is it safe to assume that our loved ones are already zombies?
They're infected.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
like,
what
are
I'm
they-
asking you. What do you do? Will you pull? If I'm pulling up in my driveway, and they're walking out, maybe 2 of them are human, and
And
they're
your
running
dogs?
from the zombies.
You got
Dogs don't get infected, except if you're
Zogs?
rocking
They
with
can't be
Resident
Zogs?
Evil.
Come
They're
on,
not
if
zombie
you
dogs.
watch,
No,
You never
dogs
watched Resident
never
Evil,
get
bro?
infected.
Oh, so then
That's a lie
you call
because-
for the dogs and the dogs jump in the truck and then you come back here.
So you're gonna leave your family at home, but you
Well,
have
if
your
they're
dogs?
infected, yeah.
They're
They gotta
zombies.
go.
What
Okay,
good are
so-
you? What good are they then?
But hold on. We got to establish what type of zombies are we talking about here? Like World War Z zombies or like,
yeah, like
Walking
'cause
Dead
there's
zombies?
different
or
types.
like,
Slow
yeah.
moving. Are we talking like because them fast zombies scare me?
Yeah, like the
I don't know
World
what to
War
do.
Z.
yeah,
those
what are
things
the
a whole
fast
nother-
ones?
Like
the
hunters,
fast ones in
like of Left 4 Dead, the hunters. They're fast. I don't know.
The Left 4 Dead ones are definitely fast. World War Z, they're definitely fast, and I
What's the
believe that
Woody
those are,
Harrelson movie with zombies?
that's Zombieland.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah, are
guys
they
are just
Zombieland?
dumb, like bum zombies.
What are the dumb ones? The
bumbies.
dumb ones are
They're just
fatties or
What did they call those?
yeah, the
Yeah,
fatties.
so that was in Double Tap, the second one where they had all the different types, right?
What was the bad one? Berserkers or what was
the,
it?
Yeah,
the
Berserkers.
fast ones were Z like
We're Z's. I've watched
I
every single
remember.
zombie movie on Netflix. In fact, I just watched the new one on the airplane 2 days ago, and it was
Yeah, you
fantastic.
did.
It was fantastic. Anyways, let's just say that for the sake of this conversation, we get to our house and nobody's been affected yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We don't even really know about the virus. We get there, we turn on the boob tube because we got the Zambi alert, the Zambert.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Do you stay inside your house? What do you grab? What is your next move? Let's say, since we're in Central Arkansas, let's say there has been an outbreak in Russellville, Arkansas, which is what, 2 hours away?
So, yeah, 55 miles.
55 miles. What do you do at that point? Luke, where are you at? Where's your head at that point?
well, Russellville. My worry is we have a big nuclear power plant there. Did you know that we have a huge nuclear power plant in Russellville?
Yes, and you've been there because you worked for Kuntz Electric back in the
Right,
day.
but my concern is if we've got zombies getting close to that power plant and they come in and try to sabotage that place, I feel like it might be worth going to Russellville and taking out as many zombies as we can to protect the nuclear power site. Because if we can get in there and start protecting it, then it won't blow up. Because if they get in there and take that place out, I mean, all the way to Conway is affected.
Okay, so are you sticking with your family, or are you driving to Russellville to save the power plant?
Oh, I'll go get the family first.
And you're going to take them to Russellville?
Yeah, you're going to
No, I'd probably try to find a place to stash them, and then team up with some badasses and
Zombie
some
killers.
shotguns. Yeah,
So we're all going to get our loved ones together. Stash them in Eric's zombie
I'm gonna
room.
no. See, that's where you guys are all effed in your head. Let me tell you why. I ain't partnering with none of y'all.
you were in the previous episode with your wife.
Right, but if y'all want to come to me, then we can do that. But let me just tell you, I only got a 45-day supply of food for me and my immediate family. Just saying.
So I'm born and raised.
Oh,
in
we
America,
can
so
still
I go
get
hunt for
food.
my own food.
You see Zombieland. I mean, he goes in the store and there's still food there. He just can't find Twinkies.
Yeah.
Right.
We got a whole store full of food.
Oh, let me tell you, buddy. I'm fighting you to get in that store to get as much as I can before you get it.
That's fine.
Just saying.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are more than welcome to come over. I got plenty of room. And the cool thing about my house is that I have an upstairs room that has a window.
We could shoot out of.
100%. 100%.
Oh yeah, I got an upstairs room with a window too. Two
Good.
windows.
Is there 2 windows up there?
Yeah, there's one that faces west and one that faces south.
Snipers. Yeah. Okay, so it's safe to say that we're going to go home. We're going to get our families.
Mm-hmm.
And or do we have a certain place that we're going to meet? I mean, are you all coming to my house or are you staying at your house?
I guess the plan would be to go to your house, to congregate at your house, but if that was not possible, I'd fortify myself in the upstairs room of my house.
So the good thing about our houses is that we're directly behind each other, probably only about 1.5 miles.
We could just go right to the
We
woods.
can go right through the woods.
Mhm.
We can load up Maddie in
Yeah.
the trucks, and we can go straight through the woods.
Yeah.
So is it safe to say that you're coming over as well, Big Deezer?
Yes, maybe, depending.
Right.
Because if you've watched a zombie movie, like when it outbreaks, that's the worst time. People dying left and right. Car
Right.
wrecks, stuff
Right.
blowing up,
Right.
zombies everywhere.
You gotta wait till it calms
So I
down.
might, wait till the dust settles a little and then head over.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, I'd definitely try to go to the most rural areas of Arkansas. I would
But
not
isn't-
stay near any major cities.
If the longer
because
you
they're
wait,
always the worst.
the longer you wait, the more zombies there's going to be, right?
Yeah, well, I would rather deal with like single-minded zombies than zombies and
Hordes.
hysterical humans trying to get away from zombies.
True,
Because if you
true.
watch the beginning, they kill each other trying to get away, like run them over.
Mm-hmm.
Like I-40 is going to be a shit show.
Mm-hmm.
So I would wait until it died down, and then I only have one enemy now, zombies,
Mm-hmm.
and the little bit of humans left because they're bad too in movies.
You're
I feel like I'd be more worried about the humans
they
that
seem
are,
to be the
that are
worst.
just desperate versus the zombies.
Take it back.
They're only focused on killing you.
okay. Let me ask the question right now. You get home, you get your family settled, you get all your needs, your ammunition, everything. You post up at your house, and a random neighbor or person down the street that is not a zombie comes to your house and wants in. Do you pop them or do you just let them in?
No, move on down the road.
Like the Rona, do they have zombie tests? Like you can
No.
swab
Strip
you can swab their nasal cavity for a
No.
zombie
Okay,
test?
let me ask you this. She's got a cut on her arm. You don't know if it's a cut or a bite.
Oh, she
Later.
gotta go.
Luke?
Absolutely not.
Tell her, get on, Felicia.
You wouldn't just kill her?
Nah.
No.
She could take her chance with the zombies,
You just let her go.
probably.
What if she was a zombie trying to bite you?
Oh, she
Dead.
gone.
Pop.
Then you're going to kill her.
Pop.
Yeah.
Okay, so if she's got a big old scratch on her arm, you ain't going to take her out.
Not if she ain't like full on zombie.
Right.
Because she could have cut
she,
herself on her way to get to you.
Getting away from the hysterical humans, she could have cut herself.
But you're not going to let her in.
No.
In case she.
I've
she's gonna
I've
turn
seen
into a
Walking Dead.
zombie.
Don't trust humans.
Right.
You get a bat over the head,
Yeah, with spikes in it.
Yeah, not doing that.
Right. So if you're hunkered down in your home, you're not letting anybody in that you don't know.
Correct.
Correct.
And
Even your
probably
neighbor?
only like half the people.
Baker?
No,
We're
I would
talking-
let Mark in. Yeah,
Right.
I know Mark.
Right.
He can come on in.
He can come in.
Yeah, I trust him.
Okay.
Someone I
Anybody
don't
else on
know?
your street?
Oh yeah, the guy next to me, he can come on in too.
Good old Larry?
Larry, yeah, he's welcome.
You got
Leisure
good
Suit
neighbor
Larry?
names.
Larry Mark.
Yeah, you got good neighbor names.
I got
dude.
good neighbors, so they don't bother me.
That's it. So you'd let them in.
Oh yeah, I'd let my neighbors in.
Would you let any of your neighbors in? You guys got to remember, if you let these people in your home, you have to share whatever you have with them.
But it's also a help to your team. So like someone like Mark, I would see him as a valuable asset to a zombie killing team
Mm-hmm.
and the scavenging team. So,
What about Larry?
Larry's old. We got to take care of our old.
Yeah.
That's okay. He's a good guy.
He probably doesn't eat a lot.
He doesn't look like he eats a lot. No. So if he gets like a coffee and a donut in the morning, I think it'd be good.
That coffee and that donut probably lasts him about 7 to 8 hours.
I mean, he does it like every morning.
Coffee, donut, and a little pull on that cig.
Yeah.
One pull.
He's outside smoking every morning. I'll leave.
one pull Larry.
Yeah, one pull Larry.
Luke, are you going to let in your neighbors?
I'm sure my neighbors are going to hear this. It's not that I don't trust my neighbors. I don't know if I know my neighbors enough to trust them with my life. So I figured, unless they can bring value to the situation, like they've got a whole stash of guns and ammo or something or food, I don't know of any of my neighbors I'd just let in.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, Rook, you live with Big D's, so do you feel like you would have any say, even though that's Big D's house
No,
in
I'm
the
just gonna go
situation?
with what Dad says.
Okay, Dad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Yep.
your dad. Okay, fair enough. So for me, I probably wouldn't. I don't really know my neighbors. I don't really have any neighbors. So I feel like I would just hunker down by myself and just wait for y'all to roll up in the Harambe vehicle and what's it called?
Law Force One. I'm with you on that. I don't know your neighbors. I wouldn't let them in either.
No, not even if they just moved in and we're like, hey, howdy ho, neighbor.
You could let Josh in.
I would definitely let Josh
100%,
in.
Yeah,
He'd be
But
a
I
good-
feel like Josh eats a lot.
probably.
But you got to think of your Zambi team, man. I mean, at some point, we're going to have
Long-term.
to go up against other Zambi killing gangs.
Josh is good with guns.
See? And we're going to have to fight a
I'd
gang
let
of
him in.
Zambi killers.
And eventually you will run out of food, so you got to have someone on the team. You got to have enough people on the team to sustain.
yeah,
be able to go out
kill,
and hunt.
food.
See,
yeah.
I would and that's true because I have never really dabbled in the hunting experience except for a couple times, but those guys are from here. They're natives.
So they know
hunt
the
a lot.
area.
I would
we're-
let Bart in.
See, we're all valuable to the team because we are hunters.
I would definitely let Bart in
Yeah, he could
because
cook it.
Yeah, he could cook it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll go kill it.
Yeah, and I would probably let Elvis in
Smoke Zambies.
because Elvis has semi trucks and we can run over zombies with semi trucks.
And we can transport the whole team if need be.
Yeah. See now we're getting
The
somewhere.
squad.
Luke, let me ask you this. Your wife she has a zombie chasing her. There's a zombie chasing your wife and there's a zombie chasing your daughter.
Oh, Jesus.
Who do you save first?
My daughter.
Okay.
I feel like my wife would want me to say that.
Good answer, Luke. Good answer.
I don't know why, but that's exactly what Jen would say.
Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Mhm.
I love your daughters. They're like my nieces. There's a zombie chasing Hadley and there's a zombie chasing Ainsley. You're equal distance to both of them. Who do you save first?
I'd shoot myself.
It's a no win for you.
No win.
You're dead either way.
Yeah. Yeah, either way.
Oh, fair enough. Baker, you saving your wife or your dogs? I know how much you love your dogs, but I also know how much you love your wife.
Yeah. Dogs can't get infected, so I'm saving my wife.
Perfect. See, those are trick questions.
Yep.
Hey, if I had the old double barrel Derringer, I could turn it sideways,
Boom.
bust the cap, and boom, kill both of them at the same
Okay,
time.
fair enough. All right. Let's see.
That's why it's good to have weird guns.
What weapons? I mean, what weapon is the perfect weapon in a zombie apocalypse situation?
Samurai sword. Hattori Hanzo to be more exact.
Who?
And a Hattori Hanzo samurai sword.
Okay, so you're putting yourself at risk to get that close to a zombie.
Yeah, I would rather have a sword. I mean, you have all kinds of weapons, but you said the perfect one. So I'm going to have guns and everything. But if I had to pick one that I wanted for sure, it would definitely be a samurai sword because it stays sharp and always works. One day we will run out of bullets.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. All right. Baker, or let's ask you, Rook. You're scavenging for some items, right, in your neighborhood, and you hear crying from a baby next door. Do you go in there and save that baby?
No.
But that could be the future.
That's a
of,
zombie trick.
Yeah,
We've seen Resident Evil.
and also like Baker was saying earlier, I don't trust other people. You know, maybe they're running low, so they got their kid crying, and they're just waiting for some. You know,
Wait, I've never seen smart zombies. So could zombies actually use the crying baby trick?
No, it would be
Zombies
humans.
it would be
zombies are-
humans. It
It'll be
would be
humans to
their
get you.
parents.
So it actually
or
is a real baby.
yeah, real baby.
or like a recording. And
Yeah.
They're going to eat
See, that's
you.
the thing. You don't even know it's a real baby.
That's what they do. They run out of food and they eat you.
That was in Resident Evil.
They
I'm just
tr-
thinking
tried to-
zombies aren't
just
smart
happened to be
enough
the wrong woman.
to use the sound of a crying baby, whether it's real or fake.
Yeah, but I'm not
To
worried
lure
about
you
zombies.
in.
I
I've
think
never
you're
seen a
losing
smart
us.
zombie.
We're saying humans are
Yeah,
going
we're
to
not
use
worried
the
about the
sound of
zombies.
babies to lure you in to take all
all
your
your shit.
have and eat you.
So if I'm
Oh, so we're not
yeah.
even worried about zombies
No.
right now.
no.
I would be more worried about other humans.
Yeah, because there might be. I would have to physically see the baby crying, and it'd be out in like the middle of the street or like in the woods somewhere by
Right.
itself before I'm gonna risk myself to go save this baby. Because
We'd need to-
if it's just in the house and you
It's
just
a
hear the
trap.
sound,
It's
yeah,
a
it's a
trap.
trap.
We'd need
That's
to rally the squad.
Like
to
all the doors
do-
would be
do
shut.
a
You
surround.
walk in.
100%.
I ain't going in by myself.
Breach and
Yeah,
clear.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
that's a trap.
Like I'll hit you guys up, but hey, squad, we got a crying baby. We're gonna have to
Hey,
check this out.
can we get a hold of flashbangs? Are those legal?
Well, I mean, there's a military base right down the road.
We got redneck flashbangs,
What's a redneck flashbang?
fireworks.
No, I want like a real flashbang.
Oh well, no, I don't think so.
We could talk about that another time.
We'll have to call Lieutenant Dan on that one.
Okay. Would you rather be turned into a zombie or watch your loved ones be turned into zombies?
Well, I think I'd like to be a zombie.
Are you saying that for the sake of saving your own family?
No, I don't think that was my first thought. I think zombies like have fun. Like they're just carte blanche. They just get away with anything.
What did it say? Carte blanche?
Yeah. What is that?
It's French.
For
Are
what?
you making this up again?
No, you never heard of the word carte blanche?
No.
Google it.
Can you spell it?
CARTEBLANCE.
Can you say it like a French person would?
Carte blanche.
You nailed it.
Like hamburger.
Nailed it.
You
Nailed
can say
it.
that one.
Here we go.
Carte blanche is like willy nilly.
You
Just
complete freedom
blissfully
to
ignorant.
act as one wishes or thinks best.
yeah.
Learned a new one
We'll
today,
get out of here
fellas.
in that carte blanche today.
Yeah. Okay, so you would rather turn into a zombie than watch your loved ones turn into a zombie.
Probably.
Me too, because I wouldn't want to see my loved ones get eaten and turn into a zombie. I'd
Right.
rather not be alive enough to see that. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Baker?
I don't know. I feel like Alex is screwed if I go. So, for the human race sake, I probably better live.
I think she could take care of herself for a little while.
I've hunted with Alex many a times. She'd be screwed. So,
She's book smart.
yeah, that doesn't help you in a
This is
zombie
zombie. Yeah, I was gonna
apocalypse.
say, it's an apocalypse.
It
brother.
kind of goes back to caveman days now. It's like
Zambi alpaca lips.
it's not really intelligent. I mean, you can't be stupid for sure, like ignorant,
You
but
gotta have common sense.
yeah, I mean,
If you know that an apocalypse is coming and it's going to take over the world, would you rather live through it and see it all happen or die right away?
I don't want to live through it.
all humans want to live. I'd want to live.
Fair enough.
We're hopeful creatures.
Would you rather escape the world by living underground forever or be in space?
Ooh, underground.
That's tough. So we on like a space rig, like in a movie where it's like a building type in the atmosphere, but we can like walk and we're not floating and stuff.
Yeah, but you're by yourself.
Either or underground.
Yep.
I'm going space.
So you're willing to leave everything and everybody you know to not live underground to go live in the space by yourself?
Well, I thought both of them were by yourself, underground and in space.
You're right, actually. Yeah.
So yeah, I'd choose space where I could see things. Oh, windows. Underground would be depressing. You just kill yourself anyways, And zombies can
Fly.
not they can't fly, but they can like.
Get
I
underground.
mean, they've come from under the ground in movies before. I've seen it. So
Would either one of you like to know would you like to know the date of the end of the world before it happens or know what causes
What do you
it?
mean, like end of the world, like total end of the world, or just the beginning of the zombie?
If we got an
apocalypse?
Amber Alert right now and said the end of the world is December 31st, 2025,
No, I don't like that.
You don't like
hit
that?
Me.
you want it to just hit you?
Yep.
Would you want to know what causes it?
Nope.
You just want it to hit you right off the bat?
Yep. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Boom,
I'd
done.
rather not know about it. I just keep living my life.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Would you rather try to survive a global pandemic or the third World War?
I mean, we're already surviving a global pandemic.
Yep,
So
correct. What if you couldn't? What if you had to choose? What if we weren't in that situation?
I'm going global pandemic.
yeah,
They don't have a draft for that.
I was gonna say I might get drafted and have
Yeah.
to go.
My cousin had another boy with my last name, so I'm draft eligible. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Wait,
go
say
pandemic.
what?
I'm one of four
Your
boys,
cousin
so
had
I'm
another
definitely
boy with
eligible.
Your last name?
Yeah, like if you're the last male of your lineage with your last name, you cannot be drafted because if you get killed in war, your family
is done.
like Caden, for example, if you're too old to be drafted, he can't be drafted unless one of your brothers have a son. Because
okay.
this is the last of your bloodline to carry on your family name.
got
You ever seen Saving Private Ryan, the movie?
Yeah.
That's what that's all about. Because all his brothers are dead, he's the last of them, so they're going to get him, so his family's name can carry on.
Ah, yeah.
So once he was born, I was the only Aldridge heir, if you want to call it.
Yep.
Now I'm not, so I'm eligible to be drafted.
Because Joey had a boy.
No, my cousin Nick had a boy,
Oh, Nick. Yeah.
Jax Aldridge. So I could get drafted.
Well, now you have a son sitting next to you. Could he change his name?
Maybe
You guys kind of look alike.
change your name so I don't get drafted.
I mean, either way, I'm gonna get drafted.
Yeah, because they take all pretty boys.
Oh yeah.
All right. Would you rather stay behind to search for your loved ones with no supplies, or go out and find supplies and move to a safer ground?
If I think my loved ones are alive, I'm looking for them
No supplies are.
at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same.
Okay. Do you want to share supplies with someone and risk running out, or hoard them all to yourself?
Like share them with your family?
Yeah. Okay, let's just say your family, you're the only one left. Would you want to, and this goes back to our first question, would you want to bring in people to bigger your team when you only have a limited amount of supplies? Or would you just rather stay by yourself and hoard them all to yourself to make sure that you live as long as you possibly can?
No, I'd probably team up, share what I had left,
In
then
hopes for a bigger.
Yeah, and then hope that somebody has, like I said, bring some value or has some sort of skill.
Mm-hmm.
that
Like maybe
can-
there's a Sam's Club
that can
you don't
allow
want
us
to
to
hit. You know?
scavenge more.
Maybe there's like a Sam's Club full of zombies and you can't get in there by yourself, so you get a squad,
Right.
you know, to take on, get all the groceries.
Yep,
Like there's like 50 in there and you need some help.
I'm all about them groceries.
Me too.
Okay. Fair enough. If you were bitten and had 20 seconds to save yourself before the disease spread, what would you do?
Where'd you get bit?
It doesn't matter where you get bit.
Well, yeah, because if you get bit in like the foot, I'm cutting my foot off and then
Chopping it off.
Yeah, so the infection don't spread.
You think you can do that in 20 seconds?
Yeah.
What if you don't have anything to cut your foot off with?
I'd take my own life.
I'd like jump off a cliff or something and
100%,
hope that my
some
head smashes on a rock.
Something. Hopefully at that point you have boys around you and that's when you say, look, dude,
Cut my arm.
cap a crimp in me here, man. Go take me out, man. I do not want to be a zombie.
Oh, man. Would you try to flee to like any other states or cities?
No.
We're the natural state for a reason. We're
Mm.
in probably the best state to be in if we can't leave. You can do it all here. You can live.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're the natural state.
Of
So no, I
everything
wouldn't
you
want to
need.
be in a California where it's dry all the time and you can't grow anything. It'd be horrible. No water, can't grow it.
Especially with all the people too. Do you know how many more zombies that is?
I would want to go low
know, there's a-
population Arkansas.
There's like 1,000,003 people in the state of Arkansas, and there's 1,006,000 just in San Jose, California.
Exactly. Look at all those zombies. You know
I
how
think
fast
we're
you
over
run out
2
of
million
bullets?
now,
Yeah,
aren't
there's
we?
like 2.8 million, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Google that.
Considering that
Goo goo.
that's not very many for the size of our state. 3.3, just a little over 3 million. in
Really?
Arkansas. Yep.
But that's the
Huh.
entire state.
Yeah, there's like 3 million people in LA.
I've been here for 2 years, and I already know of some really good spots to go get away from zombies.
Exactly.
I just showed you one the other day on my phone. That's
Mhm.
where I'd go.
Don't you say that.
Because
Because if you say that right now, then everybody else
undisclosed
will know about
location, we're gonna squad up and march there.
Load up
We
the
got heat there?
vehicles.
it. Firewood, right?
It's it's like a house.
Hmm.
It's got everything.
I
Mhm.
feel like the building we're in right now, as long as we could fortify the 2 doors, wouldn't be a bad option because we don't have any windows.
But I'm looking low population. Like where I'm talking about going, like the city population's not even. It's hard to find. There's like 8
And there's
people that
plenty-
live
and
there, and there's
Mhm.
only like 300 within 100 miles. So it's like
You realize how depressing our building is right now? We have no windows.
we do not.
We wouldn't look it out of. We wouldn't look out of them anyways. We're so busy. Our faces.
No,
are
I'm
stuck
not.
in
I'm
our
not
computers.
saying. I'm not saying look out. That's a zombie breachability opening.
We have windows.
Where?
We have 2 big ones in the front, and then we have the ones on the door in the warehouse.
On the door?
Those are doors.
Excuse me.
I guess technically we've got 2 in the lobby because
Yeah.
Because on the little
One on
slivers.
the
ones.
side.
You're trying to tell me that this roll-up door in the warehouse doesn't have windows on it?
Like it's part of the door, but I mean they're like 12 feet up there. You're not looking out of them
Well,
You
we
don't
would
have to
be
worry about
building.
zombies
We would be
breaking in,
building a perch.
to shoot out of.
Yes, bro.
like
There's windows
like a carnival
up there.
game up there.
Yeah, because they can't get in, but we can shoot out.
Ding.
I don't know, man. I'm worried about it. high population areas. Like, what if there's 1,000 of them
No,
out
I
there?
still
Like,
agree.
Oh, I'll tell you
I
right now,
agree.
if a zombie apocalypse happened, dude, I ain't moving. I ain't leaving my house until we're ready to squat up.
Yeah, I mean,
So we're
once we
going
get
to
all
the
together-
spot.
Yeah,
we
I
could
agree
live
with you
there.
because you got all the lumber. Like if you want to make additions, or you want to make an outpost, like a tower on top, so you,
You
can
just cut
see,
down a
you got-
tree
yeah,
and,
exactly.
and mill it yourself. Make a log outpost.
there's actually a big tower there, like on the property, basically. So we could just compensate that.
Mhm.
Even better.
Sweet.
And you got a lot of lookout posts.
I had to get
go
that
check it out.
conversation out. I really did. I just, Halloween being tomorrow, Hubie Halloween was a great movie. You should watch it.
I liked it.
Did you watch it yet, Luke?
I haven't watched it yet.
Wow.
I was
almost
doing
as-
other things last night.
that-
Yeah.
working, right?
Hard.
Fair enough. All right. I just had to get that out. It has nothing to do with LeanFeast. I guess we're a crew, and you kind of tend to have conversations outside of LeanFeast sometimes, just because we're just so sucked into our life here.
We're always together.
We're always together, and I just had to get it out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Rook, thanks for joining us.
4-ounce Falcon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hit Harambe up if you want to book Rook.
Yeah, I'm gonna book him for my new chonies. Actually, I got a job for you, man.
Really?
Yeah, you're gonna model my new sweat spenders.
Sweat spenders.
Do you know what sweat spenders are, Rook?
Yeah, you told me about them.
I always wear sweats and they always fall down. So I
Yeah,
made
sweat
I have a design for like corduroy sweat material suspenders that connect to your sweats. They can't be like regular suspenders because I don't wear an undershirt, and that elastic would be not good against my skin.
Rub you.
Yeah, chafe.
Yeah, I don't know about chafing.
That's what this is rubbing against.
Is that what it
That's
means?
is, yeah.
Okay, all right.
You just correlate that with one spot.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, we are back in the saddle. There's many LeanFeast podcasts coming soon. The Voices of LeanFeast, I guess. So, guys, thanks for joining us. Hope you guys like it. Happy Halloween. Be safe. We're headed out to Kentucky on Monday. We're really excited about that one. Harambe, you got anything for the listeners? Welcome back. Anything like that?
No, I'm good to go.
You don't even want to say welcome back or nothing like that?
No.
Okay. Big D's?
I'm glad to be back. Welcome back to our listeners. Be safe on Halloween. 6 feet apart. Throw the candy at the kids, right? Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
Yep.
And watch out for zombies.
Fastball. And watch out for zombies
Make sure to
and
wear
panties.
your face
Well,
panties.
you
out.
just had to get that in, dude. Rook, anything from you?
No, I'm good. This is the first one. I gotta, build up.
Who says you're going to be on another one?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be here regardless. If you want me to sit outside, I guess I'll listen and just yell. But if I'm gonna be here, might as well.
We love you guys. Thanks for all the downloads over the past 6 months that we haven't even done one of these. We appreciate it. We love you all. Peace.
See ya. Bye.